Welcome to part 2 of my introduction to planetary return charts and Aries astrology software. I'm going to open up Friedrich Nietzsche's chart again by pressing Shift 2 times, typing his name, pressing Enter. Just to recapitulate, the last time I showed you how to do solar returns by pressing R, pressing the Tab key to change our comparison view from single to bi-wheel, moving a chart with the arrow keys or with the nav bar, doing a lunar return by pressing L, and also being able to have different kinds of returns such as a sidereal return or a lunar phase return. Now I want to show you something different. In Aries, you can not only do solar and lunar returns, but you can do return charts for any planet. Press on planetary return, and in this case I'm going to choose Venus. This is Friedrich Nietzsche's current Venus return phase that just started on July 15th when Venus went into Virgo. I have prepared some notes here, so I'm just going to click on the notes editor, and you can see here I have a collection of notes about Friedrich Nietzsche's relationship with the infamous Lou Salome. As we can see, they met in the year 1882. Nietzsche saw Lou Salome as the love of his life, and within a few hours of meeting her, he proposed to her. Let's see if there was anything special about his 1882 Venus return. In Aries, we can always just use the spotlight and type in a year, press enter, and we jump immediately to the return that contains that date. Since I just put in 1882, I get the last Venus return before January 1882, which is October 2nd, 1881. I now just do one press of the arrow key and I get to the next Venus return on July 21st, 1882, which is interestingly very close to that summer of 1882 where Nietzsche spent 3 weeks with his friend Paul Rée, another philosopher, Lou Salome, and unfortunately also his older sister, who was there as a chaperone. Famously, Nietzsche's sister was very hostile towards Lou Salome, and the whole Platonic ménage à trois between Paul Rée, Nietzsche and Salome ended in a disaster. Nietzsche was so heartbroken afterwards that he went into reclusion and started writing his famous magnum opus, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. This is just a very interesting chart here, as you can see, with Venus, Mars and Uranus in the 7th house. And I think it's a very fitting Venus return for this life-changing year in Nietzsche's life. And while we're at it, I'm going to show you another sort of hidden feature. When you go to the nav bar, we can actually change between bi-wheel and single wheel, and we can jump to the next point in the return cycle. But we can also jump through events. And this means we can actually jump through the Synodic cycle of the planet we have chosen. For example, when I go to the next event, we see here this is a Venus Kazimi, or Venus is conjunct the Sun. I go to the next event, and now I have a Venus retro station, as you can see here. And again, I get the Venus Kazimi. And then the next part, I get the Venus station direct. Like this, you can follow great cycles of planets over many years. This is also possible for very slow planets like Uranus or Pluto. Just to give you an example, I can click on Uranus here, and we see Friedrich Nietzsche's Uranus return was in the year 2011. I can jump back to the previous one, which was 1982, and we also see the retrograde and direct returns here, as you can see. Sometimes there's only one return, and sometimes there are 3. And again, we can jump through the retrograde and direct stations of Uranus if this is something that interests us for our research. If you want to try Aries, you can just download a free trial license for 7 days at www.aries.sh. Thank you for listening and see you soon.